Hey, Tim Downs here, West USA Realty, and this is the City of Goodyear Market Report for March 2026. So let's get into sales volume. At the end of February, we had 131 homes sold, which was about 19% lower than it was at the end of February. So a little bit less there from month to month. So if you're a seller in this market, to get yourself under contract, you're going to have to pay a little bit more attention to the way your house is presenting and the price that you're offering to get it sold. So let's look at the pipeline. Total pendings at present at the end of February were 143. This is up about 4.4% from the end of December, but actually down 10% from the end of January. So we're seeing a long-term trend up, but short-term trend down. Another really interesting number that I was able to pull was from a year ago, February 2025. That number was about 200 pending houses. This is about 28% lower than it was a year ago. So significantly less houses are in pending status as of a year ago from this time. So obviously this data is reflecting a bit of a change in the market here in the city of Goodyear, year over year. Not as many houses are selling, something to keep note of. So let's talk active inventory. At the end of February, we had 767 homes that were listed as active. This is up about 10% from the end of January, where the number was around 700. Looking at the 90-day number, that number from the end of December, it's up about 16.5%. So a little bit more inventory in there, obviously, from a few months ago. On the year-to-year data, at the end of February 2025, we had about 729, which our present number, that's up about 5%. So not a massive fluctuation, but definitely an uptick from a year ago. So if you're a buyer in this market, it looks like you got a little bit more inventory to choose from. So you can maybe take your time a little bit more and be a little bit more choosy as you're looking for that house. So let's talk absorption rate for the city of Goodyear. Absorption rate's gone up a little bit from a month ago. It was 3.65 in December. It's now at 4.16. Not a massive fluctuation, but it definitely has increased. So in real estate terms, 4 to 6 months of supply puts us in the balanced market territory. So in a balanced market pricing condition, that's really going to be the driving force of what sells a house. Let's talk average days on market for the city of Goodyear. At present, at the end of February, that number was at 87 days. This is an increase from recent data, where at the end of January, it was around 76 days. So we've gone up about 15%. Number hasn't changed much all from December, though, where it was also at about 77 days. So we saw some consistency through December, through January, but now we're starting to see that number start to bump up a little bit. So if you're a homeowner and you're looking to sell your house, just bear in mind that average days on market, it's over 2 months. So it doesn't necessarily mean your house is going to take that long, but averages are now over 2 months. So set that expectation when you go to list your house and plan accordingly. All right, so let's now talk about the market heartbeat for the city of Goodyear. What is the active price point? Where is the bulk of the activity happening in the city? At present, the $400,000 to $500,000 range, that represents 37% of all sales and 39% of all the active inventory. So $400,000 to $500,000. That's where the heart of the city of Goodyear is as far as real estate activity is concerned. So if your house falls within this price range, perhaps that average day on market number won't affect you as much. Lots of activity, lots of people in that price range are looking for houses in the city of Goodyear. So obviously these are numbers for the city of Goodyear as a whole. Every neighborhood is going to have their own data points, their own specific metrics that are going to sway one way or the other. Cities are very large, as everybody knows. So if you want a little bit more information on perhaps the area you live in, the neighborhood you're in, feel free to let me know. I can build all sorts of queries for you, searches for you, make sure that you get that data in front of you so you can better understand what's happening in your area. So please reach out to me. My name is Tim Downs. My wife is Stephanie Downs. We were for West USA Realty, and we're the Downs Legacy team. And we would look forward to serving you. Thank you.